Hi, I'm Chelly Wood, and this is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pair of flannel pajama pants with an elastic waist and a snap front. They're designed to fit 10-inch dolls like this Petite Barbie, Barbie's little sister Skipper, and a number of other dolls in this size range. There's a more complete list on my website, and February is Black History Month, so please stick around to the end of my video to learn a little about that. Okay, before we begin, please go to my website, chellywood.com, to download and print this free PDF sewing pattern. Use the pattern to cut out all the pieces shown here. It may help to pause the video on my next image because it shows one pant back left, one pant back right, etc. Lay the front right pant leg over the front left leg, the one with the fly, keeping right sides together. Now when I talk about the fly, I mean this part that I'm pointing at. Sew from the bottom of the crotch to the lower edge of the fly. Here's a look at my stitches. Use a Dritz fabric pencil to mark from the fly to the edge of your stitch line. Clip this line. Okay, so I lift up my pants and I snip, but I'm very careful not to cross over my stitches. You want to snip right at the bottom of the fly. Just a little snip as far in as your stitches go. Clip the rest of the seam. Okay, so now I'm going to clip down the sort of the half circle of the J shape that makes the crotch. Okay. Lay both back pant legs one on top of the other, keeping right sides together. Sew this crotch from the waist to the end of that J shape. Here's a closer look at my stitches. Clip this seam. I'm using Fisker Stitcher's mini scissors for this. If you need a pair, there's a helpful link in the description area below this video on YouTube. Alright, so you're going to take little snips, very careful. Open up the back of your pants and press the crotch seam. Open up the front section of the pants and lay them on top of the back section, keeping your right sides together. Sew down both of the out seams. Okay, so I'm going to sew there, and then I'm going to sew here. At the fly front area, fold the short angled part of the flap once, and fold the long part of the fly flap once before stitching the fly flap in place. Okay, so I fold that little angle just barely, and then I'm going to fold the whole fly once, and then I'm going to stitch it in place. Okay, it can be tricky to do this part, and that's why I think this is a 4 flowers pattern. A simple straight stitch should work for this. If you need help with a straight stitch, I have a tutorial for that. There's a link to my straight stitch tutorial video in the description area below. For the front right pants leg, the one with no fly, just fold the front closure area one time and use a straight stitch again to sew it. Okay, so here's the one that doesn't have a fly, and I'm I'm just going to fold it one time. It's a little easier to do, and then use a straight stitch. And I recommend that you sew the fly by hand. Here's a quick look at the fly so far. Okay, so I've got this part folded and straight stitched, that part folded and straight stitched. Before we sew the casing, it may help to press your pant leg seams toward the left. Normally I do a double fold for my casings, but for this one we're just going to fold it one time and use a straight stitch along the very bottom. Okay, so we're just going to fold it one time. You need to leave enough room to get a safety pin through that casing. You can use straight pins to hold it in place as you stitch it. Remove the straight pins as you sew along. And remember, you're sewing right at the bottom of that casing. If you pressed your pant leg seams, clip it to free it from the casing. Okay, so I have my little Fiskars Stitchers Minis, and I just clip real close to the bottom of the casing, careful not to cut through stitches on both pant legs. There we go. And that way you can open this up and you can press this seam that will run down the outside. It's the out seam of the pant leg. So open up each pant leg's out seam and give them a good press. Measure your doll's waist for elastic. I'm using 1/8 inch or 3mm elastic by the yard. Give it a little bit of an overlap before you cut it. Attach a safety pin to one end of the elastic. Send the elastic through the casing, holding the elastic in place with a straight pin when you get to each end on each side of the casing. Okay? So here I am doing that. I've sent my safety pin through the casing. When I come to the end of the elastic, then I put a straight pin through the elastic to hold it in place. You got to make sure the straight pin goes all the way through the elastic. Send a needle and thread through the elastic and back and forth through the casing, tying a knot to hold the elastic securely in place. Then you can take out your straight pins. Make sure you secure the elastic with a stitch on both sides of the casing. Clip away extra elastic from the casing. Again, the Fiskars Stitchers mini scissors are perfect for that task. At the end of one pant leg, fold the fabric once and then a second time to create a nice hem. Whip stitch, or you could use your sewing machine to hem. If you need help with the whip stitch, I have a tutorial. We're only going to hem one pant leg for right now. Fold your pants so they look like this. Starting at the hemmed leg, you're going to stitch up the inseam across the crotch of the pants, and then part way down the other pant leg to about where the knee would be. Here's what I mean. So here's my hemmed pant leg. Okay, I'm going to fold it so the crotches come together. Then I'm going to sew from here to here and across the crotch and then down to the knee of the pant leg that isn't hemmed. Open up the unhemmed pant leg like this. Fold the fabric at the end of this leg once and then a second time to create another hem. Whip stitch to hem this pant leg, checking from time to time to make sure the length of the pant leg is the same where it comes together at the inseam. Finish sewing the pant legs inseam from the knee to the finished hem. Clip each side of the crotch. Again, you want to make sure you don't cross over your stitches. Be very careful. That's what these little snips are for. Invert the pants. I like to use a chopstick to help me with inverting. And if you need chopsticks, I have put a link in the description area below this video on YouTube. And you just use the blunt end of your chopstick to give it a little twist, and that helps you poke the pant legs out. Add a snap to the front fly area, and you're ready to try your pants on a doll. Now, my website for Black History Month is doing a study of famous African Americans, and we're also looking at Africa and its history. So when you visit my website, be sure and click on the blog so that you can kind of see what we've been learning about Black History Month. Right now, I'm on Mondays doing a study of Mary McLeod Bethune. For more free printable PDF sewing patterns for dolls of many shapes and all different sizes, please remember to visit my website, chellywood.com.
What if there was an easy way to take a big doll pattern and resize it to fit a little doll, or vice versa? I'm Chelly Wood, the doll clothing designer, and in my pattern alteration class, I'm going to share with you my resizing formula.
But don't worry, you don't have to be really good at math to learn how to take a pattern you already own and make adjustments to that pattern so it will fit a different doll. And that's just one feature of pattern alterations. In my class, you'll also learn how to shorten and lengthen a pair of pants, and how to turn a pair of pants into shorts, or how to widen them at the waist, and even how to lengthen the inseam for taller dolls. We'll also learn how to adjust a skirt, making skirts that are more full or less full for a totally different look, and I'll show you how to create a gusset for a dress bodice, and how to design your own waistband for a skirt based on your doll's measurements. I'll walk you through the steps to several different pattern alterations, teaching you how to lengthen and shorten shirt sleeves, and how to make felt prototypes before you finalize your pattern. Regardless of the size or shape of the doll you enjoy sewing for, altering your patterns will help you turn your creative ideas for making original doll clothes into a variety of patterns for making shirts, pants, shorts, skirts, and dresses.
I invite you to join me. We are going to have so much fun.